When LeBron James talks, the league listens. But this time, he did not simply talk. He made history.
When he should join the Lakers.
If I'm Giannis and I don't want to go back to Milwaukee, where would you want? Maybe play with Luka?
The whispers were loud, but they are now deafening. Giannis Antetokounmpo is joining the Los Angeles Lakers. That is right. The Greek freak is teaming up with LeBron James and Luka Doncic to form one of the NBA's most formidable trios. And the shocking revelation did not come out of nowhere. This has taken months, if not years, to come together. The writing was on the wall, as seen by post-game interviews, trade speculations, and subtle contract manipulations. It's now bolded, underlined, and on fire. Milwaukee's dynastic hopes are evaporating. How about Los Angeles? They're creating a new one. But how did we get from a devoted fan in Wisconsin to a super team assembling on the West Coast? LeBron, what part did you play? And how does this deal make any financial sense? Buckle up, because this is more than just a deal. It's a power shift that has the potential to upend the league. If you were paying attention, Giannis told us he was going long before the headlines appeared. Giannis sat down for an interview in April, following another devastating playoff elimination, and stated something that should have sounded an alarm throughout the league. If I can't help my team win a second ring, I'm letting myself down. That was more than simply post-game fury. It was a statement, a warning shot. He meant what he said.
Giannis, you've always kind of stated about wanting to win and win championships and win a second championship and how important it is to you. Do you think that you can still win that second championship here in Milwaukee after a third straight first-round exit?
The Milwaukee Bucks, once feared as a regular championship threat, have crumbled in slow motion. The Indiana Pacers eliminated them in 5 games for the third time in a row in the first round. Despite Giannis's average of almost 33 points, 15 rebounds, and 6 assists in the series, the Bucks were swamped. And what is the true problem? Milwaukee has no clear road ahead. Damian Lillard, who was brought in to be Giannis's co-star, is now out with a severe Achilles injury. Brook Lopez is getting older. Bobby Portis may take a stroll. What about their next important draft pick? It doesn't arrive until 2031. That's not a team. It's a sinking ship.
It bothers me. And I get annoyed at people on television. And they're like, it's time for Giannis to leave Milwaukee. I'm like, wait, y'all never said they not winning. Y'all didn't say that about me. Y'all didn't say that about Patrick Ewing. Like, all of a sudden, today's players, we have to help them win the championship. I'm like, when I was playing in Philly, I don't remember guys on TV saying they're wasting Charles Barkley's prime. I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna keep battling because that's my job.
Even renowned NBA insiders, such as David Aldridge, have stated unequivocally, Giannis is done waiting. According to Shams Charania, he's already had serious conversations with Bucks management concerning his future. There is now no trade demand, but the door is wide open. The man who previously resigned in Milwaukee out of loyalty is now making it obvious that he wants to win and will not squander his prime time doing so alone. The Lakers didn't happen to be in this situation. They planned it, and at the heart of it all, it's LeBron James. The Lakers surprised the NBA in February 2025 when they traded Anthony Davis to Dallas in exchange for Luka Doncic. That marked the first domino. It offered the club a generational playmaker to combine alongside LeBron, but it also suggested something bigger. They were clearing the runway. LeBron was never simply a player. He is a strategic thinker, a recruiter, a basketball architect. And now, as he approaches 41, he wants to make his final performance remarkable. Giannis plugs every gap the Lakers couldn't cover during their heartbreaking playoff defeat to the Timberwolves. Los Angeles was left exposed. No rim protection, no size, and no defensive foundation. Everything changes when Giannis is involved. His two-way domination converts their weaknesses into strengths, and LeBron understands it. According to sources, he is prepared to renegotiate his $52.6 million player option in order to facilitate the transaction. That is more than simply a gesture. It is a green light. Even former NBA players like Carlos Boozer are supporting the move. When asked where Giannis should go if he wants to win, Boozer said without hesitation, he should join the Lakers. Giannis has even supported Luka's relocation to Los Angeles, calling it a great moment for international stars to be in major markets. And when LeBron publicly hinted at collaborating with both Luka and Giannis, they dismissed it as fantasy. Now, it might be a prophecy. This is more than simply another big three. LeBron's ultimate masterpiece is a trio that has the potential to dominate the game for years, as well as a legacy move to end all legacy moves. On paper, this transaction appears impossible. In the NBA, however, superstars sign the contract, not paper. The biggest impediment? The Lakers' empty trade cupboard. After paying Dallas a king's ransom for Luka Doncic, Los Angeles now has just one tradable first-round pick, either in 2031 or 2032. They also have a few trade rights, but not nearly as many as the Thunder or Rockets. So what could they genuinely give Milwaukee? According to reports, the package might include Austin Reeves, rookie Dalton Knecht, Rui Hachimura, and other role players. While Reeves has proved himself a dependable two-way guard and Knecht has sharpshooting potential, let's be honest, this isn't the sort of return that a generational superstar like Giannis typically fetches. This is when Giannis, the wild card, comes into play. If he publicly wants a trade to Los Angeles and any place else, the Bucks' clout dwindles. We've seen this before. Anthony Davis bulldozed his way from New Orleans to the Lakers despite stronger offers. Giannis may do something similar. Then there's the pay question. Giannis is due a huge $57.6 million next season. The Lakers would have to match that by offering numerous contracts. If LeBron opts in and remains, the math becomes much more complicated. If he opts out, or more unexpectedly, joins a three-team trade to transfer him elsewhere, everything changes. The Lakers may even consider engaging clubs such as the Cavaliers or Pelicans to bring more assets to Milwaukee. But one thing is certain, the margin for mistake is razor narrow. If Giannis does not press the issue, or if another team makes a huge offer, the entire contract may collapse in an instant. Milwaukee anticipates receiving several bids. Some clubs have already lined up superior packages. However, this does not provide them an advantage. The San Antonio Spurs may offer Stephon Castle, Keldon Johnson, and future selections to team Giannis with Victor Wembanyama. The Houston Rockets have a youthful core of Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, and Cam Whitmore, as well as an abundance of lottery selections. Let's not forget about the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have almost half of the league's future draft picks and young players like Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams to spare. The Lakers cannot compete on the basis of assets alone. But where do they actually win? Influence, branding, leverage. Giannis has expressed a desire to play in one of the larger markets, such as Los Angeles, New York, or Miami. He lauded Luka's transfer to the Lakers. He is apparently close to LeBron James. These are not simply murmurs, but signals. When a superstar prefers a certain location, teams frequently disband. Simply ask the Pelicans. Ask the Nets. The Lakers also benefit from their past. Kobe, Shaq, Pau Gasol, and Anthony Davis have all pulled off miraculous feats in the past. This franchise does not aim for stardom. It appeals to them every time. So certainly other suitors may have more options, possibilities, and flexibility. However, they lack the Lakers' popularity. And if Giannis raises a finger at Los Angeles, the Bucks may have no option but to listen. Imagine Luka Doncic at point guard, Giannis Antetokounmpo at center, and LeBron James as power forward. That is not a team. Rather, it is a nightmare for the rest of the league. Offensively, the three would be virtually impossible to defend. Luka's court vision would construct plays, always feeding Giannis in transition and around the hoop. Even at 41, LeBron would choose his spots, attack mismatches, and score dagger threes when it mattered. In this capacity, Giannis becomes the ultimate finisher, a one-man wrecking ball beneath the basket. Defensively, it's a different world. Giannis alone can address L.A. quote, "Cess postseason weakness, rim protection." His ability to guard all 5 spots conceals Luka's defensive weaknesses, allowing the Lakers to switch, trap, and rotate at breakneck speed. LeBron's instincts and IQ round out a team capable of smothering opponents when it matters the most. However, this ideal lineup comes at a cost. To acquire Giannis, the Lakers would most certainly have to part with crucial depth players, Reeves, Hachimura, and Vincent, leaving them with a top-heavy rotation. That includes vet minimum signings, buyout market grabs, and prudent use of the taxpayer mid-level exemption. Free agents with links to Giannis or Milwaukee, like Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, or Gary Trent Jr., may be willing to take salary cuts to pursue rings in Hollywood. And let's not forget about money. If all 3 stars remain, the Lakers will have roughly $156 million invested in just 3 players, exceeding the league's projected salary ceiling. They'll reside in the luxury tax area, subject to the NBA's harsh new second apron rules. But this is Los Angeles. It is not about building slowly. It is about creating tails. And if the strategy works, 2026 might be more than simply a championship year. It could be the beginning of a dynasty. So here we are, on the verge of something enormous. The NBA landscape is shaking. If this deal goes through, LeBron, Luka, and Giannis will not only make a super team, but they will redefine it. It's the type of trio you'd create in a computer game, not real life. But if anybody can make it happen, it's LeBron James. At the age of 41, he is pursuing legacy rather than statistics. Luka Doncic delivers youth, firepower, and a boundless potential. What about Giannis? He's the link between the two, still in his prime, eager and finally ready to make a move. However, like with every super team, there is danger, injuries, egos. There are salary cap traps. There are depth concerns. And don't forget that every dynasty began as a what if. What if LeBron decides against participating? What if Giannis changes his mind? What happens if another club comes in with a better deal? But here is the truth. The NBA does not wait for opportunities. It moves with strength. And right now, that power is migrating westward, toward purple and gold. If this trade goes through, the Lakers will not merely return. They'll be untouchable. And what if it doesn't? It will be the most significant what could have been in contemporary NBA history. The clock is ticking anyway, and the king has just made his move. It is now Giannis's turn.